Hello people, it's that time. Oh yes, it's that time again. Okie dokie. So, welcome everyone to my live stream. Welcome to the channel. My name's Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good and I hope everyone is well. And this is that round 3 of the GT World Series Nations Cup online qualifiers. And this time, we are in specified Group 3 racing machinery at the Nürburgring GP layout. So I hope everyone's doing good. So let's get straight to it then. So I've managed to get some practice on board in terms of getting the feel of what's it like to be on with the worn tyres, with a load of fuel on board, as well as the bits and pieces, and getting the certain brake balance set in to my liking and so on, just to add a bit more stability and so. So what's going to happen is for this round, we have a 20-lap race at the GP layout at the Nürburgring, with the qualification time set to 5 minutes. Obviously, the tyre wear rate is set to ×5, and the fuel consumption rates are set to ×2. Obviously, fuel's not going to be an issue as far as we're concerned. And we're on the racing medium tyres for this particular race. So could there be any rain? Doubt that there'd be any rain, but I could be wrong on my prediction. So these are the specified cars that we are allowed to use. That we have the Ferrari 296 GT3, the Lamborghini Huracan GT3, the McLaren 650S GT3, and you have the Porsche 911 GT3R 22 model. So you can change the brake balance how you like it, and you've got to do 2 mandatory pit stops. So failing to do that, the mandatory pit stop, the 1 mandatory pit stop, or 2 mandatory pit stops, well, that's if you're a tyre whisperer, then you will be penalised with a minute or 2 penalty for failing to comply with the number of pit stop regulations. So more on that as well. Obviously it's very much like shortcut penalty set to weak, and ghosting during a race is strong. Other than that, we're good to crack on with the task in hand. So let's get a bit of practice on board. So just to have a quick look at when I last had the chance to do the fast lap also. So last time I was doing the fast lap, and obviously I was just behind Bilson, and Bilson's improved his time there. And we've got Sammy Snake up there, one of the friends who I've known for a good few years in the 55s. So the CEO who's in the Ferrari, so kudos to CEO for using the car that's not even that's not even a Porsche. So I think it'll be interesting to see how that pans out also. So in that case, I'm going to try and improve my lap as I go along, because I was on different brake balance setting, and thanks to a friend for giving me a brake balance recommendation, therefore I'm just going to put that into use. So a couple of laps around the ring before I jump into the 5 o'clock slot. Not an ideal way to enter the hairpin. Indian Stig, welcome along. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well, my brother. And for those who don't know Indian Stig, he has a channel for those that like to go and look at his content. He does open lobbies, some league race adventures, sometimes daily races. So Indian Stig's your guide to go and check out on YouTube for those who are into that sort of stuff. And best wishes to you on this round as well if you're racing. No problem, Stig, and best wishes on your fasting as well. You hate that Porsche. It's a love-hate relationship kind of car that I do tend to find sometimes. You know, it's either you love it or you hate it. It's a bit like Marmite. You either love it or hate it. But overall, it's a cracking car. It's just well, the only issue with it itself of it is just it's a bit lacking a bit of top speed. But fortunately, there's not a lot of long straights. So, but yeah. Thank you, Stig, and I'll catch you around. You'd rather have the Marmite? Fair enough. Fair enough. So I'm getting closer to my ghost, which is a good thing, of course. So I'm not far off my personal best. So before I forget, I'm just gonna quickly go on to the get onto the 5 o'clock slot before I forget. So I've changed my oil as well as washed the car, so I'm in good hands. Welcome along, Deep. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well. So we load the Ghost up and then see if I can get close. If not, try and beat my my Ghost time before I get put into the qualifying simulation before the long race ahead. I hope you're having a good day, Deep. Whatever you've been up to. Good to hear. I have been studying a lot. Hope the studying's going well for you. Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm not too bad, thank you. Obviously, been cracking on with you know, the league racing side of things, as well as well doing some open lobbies, mostly on Tuesday evenings, of course, where I like to throw out different car categories. So, which that's been going good. As for the league racing side of things, I am on a quest to win the championship on one of them, and one of them is the Renault Clio Cup, which is every Monday until 2nd of March. I am currently leading the standings so far, so it's my championship to lose. So just need to try and finish ahead of my rival, no matter where we finish in those two races in a single meeting in different tracks, and therefore just get the job done nicely, which ain't going to be easy, because next up we've got Le Mans, which is a long track, and then we've got Spa-Francorchamps on the second race of that race meeting, and then you also have for the finale Yas Marina, and then Daytona Road Course for the final race of the season. So, and that of course it will be an awesome achievement if I can win the championship, even my first on the wheel, having previously won championships in the past on the controller. So it just comes to show that that if anybody can win the championships in both controller and wheel, then I'm sure that there'll be more that'll look to adapt to that also. Even when you have Calster, for instance, who is super competitive on the controller, even he got himself into the World Tour finals in the GT World Series. So that way he's going to have to adapt to using the wheel for when the time arrives. Got a bit deep on the brakes, but it's okay. Great to hear. Good luck. Thank you, Deep. Caster is rapid on controller. Yeah. Well, still to this day, that I do use the controller now and then, and which I still to try and top up me auto competitive skills whilst driving on the controller. But there's differences when you feel good in this sprint, but with no tyre fuel consumption rating, and then whereas for the races that involve tyre wear fuel consumption rating, It's just slight little differences between the controller and the wheel, where it's the small margins is all it takes them away if you got enough tyre life or not. And obviously I've raced with somebody in a different league racing championship where he was on the controller. He was starting to feel the front left tyres going a bit more than I were. And as for my side, when I was using the wheel as well, I had a bit more tyre life than my opponent, which left me enough to get the car turned in through that chicane without exceeding the track limits. So therefore it's one of them slight advantages I was able to have and make good use of. And another thing too is to have the brake balance to a correct setting. For example, I start off with after I pit for a new set of tyres, where you have new set of tyres with enough fuel on board, change it to 3 to the rear, and then when it gets towards the end of the race, just set it to 5 to the rear, just to get a bit more rotation. So it's them little things that I'm able to control and just get a bit more rotation and whilst trail braking a bit whilst going around the corners, the slow, medium, fast speed corners also. No problem, Deep. Thank you very much for tuning in. Obviously, time zones will have been different to you, so nice to have you around at this time there, Deep, and best wishes to you for whatever you're up to, and I hope to see you again soon. Got a bit wide there, probably got a penalty for exceeding track limits. Yeah. Just gonna park it up for a moment and then therefore take the moment to have a quick toilet break. So I'll be back in 2 secs. And I'm back. I am back. Welcome along, Blue Crab. Welcome along, Max. Thank you very much for tuning in, you two. Hope you two are doing good. So in that case, I don't need to burn myself up. So I'm gonna get into the groove with the serious stuff now, if you know what I mean. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment all of my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord. Go on, Blue Crab, go on. You're getting flashbacks of with the Touring Car Championship in the One Make Series, the Ion died. Yep. I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling. Well, this time round, it's a totally different discipline to the Renault Clio Cups, the British Touring Car Championship, the One Make Series. Anyway, good luck to those who are taking part in round 3 of the GT World Series Nations Cup at the Nürburgring GP. Let's see who we got. Are we gonna come across a bunch of aliens? That's the question. We'll find out at any moment. Matty's in. Bills is in. And there's Kuba, who I've raced with in the manufacturers quite a lot. So, and there's Truly, the guy who I've raced with in the first round of the Nations Cup. Yeah, definitely. So how many points do you get? 325 for the race win. That's a lot for a 5 o'clock slot. So anywhere in the top 8, I'll take it. I'll take it any day. 230 points, and considering how tough this lobby is. So I just need to be the last one out, because there's no time to reset back into the pits. Thank you, Stig. Points means prizes, indeed. So it's the consistency what's been a key factor, because I got 4th in the first round, and I got a 5th in the second round, and then obviously that Truly guy who's literally blown the competition apart in the Formula race at Spa. He was 20 odd seconds ahead of everybody else in the wet, which is crazy considering that the skill he has. Plonker? Who's Plonker? Shadow, welcome along. I was wondering who does Max mean, but now I see. Welcome along, Shadow. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're doing good. Probably not get that one flying lap in after that one. Hey, let's go. Oh, they're gonna get that one flying lap. Got into the 56 with only that one lap. Could have been a little bit quicker if I could have, well, you never know. It's just, well, that's probably the best I could do, but all to play for in the race. Only just under a second so far, but these two could be well quicker. Yeah, considering how tough this lobby is. So will these who are on the second flying lap a bit improve? That is the question. So we've got Matty currently on pole, Bilson in third. So some have managed to improve their lap times. Yeah, it's putting me to 12th, and we've got truly 17 thousands behind Matty, and that's putting me down to P13. So if I could have like gone out a little earlier, then yeah, that's I could have got another lap in. Because like sometimes when you do a second flying lap, yeah, it's on me. It's on me. So we'll just try and make up for places where we can, make most of other people's misfortunes. Welcome along, Line Bus. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. Good to hear, Line Bus. Well, anything's possible. Anything's possible. So I just need to do 2 pit stops. So I've got the rough idea on having done a little practice run on the race with fuel on board as well. Therefore, it's just need to make up as many places as possible from 14th, which ain't going to be easy. So, good luck, everyone. Let's play the music. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Let's do it for Porsche. Thanks, Max. Engine notes rising to the top. We believe in Danny, says Blue Crab. Hashtag. Hashtag Danny C time, says Shadow. More like it. More like it. Give me some energy. Engine notes rising throughout. Yes, Alex, welcome along. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're well. I'm number 15 on that one. Change the balance to 3 to the front, just to get a bit more rear stability. Here we go. Looks like we've got a field full of Porsches to navigate our way through. So not even seen one that's not even a Porsche. Let's go. There'll be some that'll be getting penalties for track limits. Here we go. This is our chance. Lay on the brakes, baby. Oh, what the? Lag spike. Lag spike. Sorry, mate. Just go, go, go. Bilson's the first one to pit so early in that race. Yeah, tell me about it. There was not a lot I could do there because I was just braking like just as late as I dare. Well, try to get into the apex, and then all of a sudden, it looked like I was going to hit someone anyway, and then therefore that, yeah, it's compromised my race for that touch, and yeah, sorry, mate. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you. Thanks for seeing it live in person, Stig. Because it was just, well, there's not a lot I could do there. Whoa! Big Fat J just went all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot I could do there, but it's one of them things. Yeah, definitely, Stig. Yeah, if that's what he's looking to do, then hats off to him. So lap times are coming down nicely, so the consistency's proving to get back into me favour in terms of getting the consistent lap times in. So Truly's in the pits. He's looking to go for the undercut. Kuba's in the pits, so is the French driver. I'm just thinking of the long game. And there's a few more drivers. In fact, that puts me up to 6 effectively. So Truly's just come out on the pits with cold tyres. It's getting closer and closer. Not be long till they're coming. Oh crap. Got a bit too wide there. Oh! Go, 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 go. That dirty tyres. Don't want to ruin your race, that's the thing. You see what I mean? It's that massive lag spike from early on in the race. That's what to ruin some people's races. Nope, they don't mess around. They're just on another planet. And there's 2 bars on the server. The Bills is in at the end of this lap, at the end of lap 9. And he's making that magic into good use. Putting that magic into good use. Halfway there now. a low 57 as the fuel load's going down nicely. So I'm going to come in at the end of this lap as I got these well coming in thick and fast. Last stop. So Bills is in 8th, whilst making good use of the that strategy he was looking to do. Have you done it, Chris? Maybe, but something to look back for when we get to look at the replay. It's like I'm gaining a few hundreds over me opponent up front for a moment, and the rest of it is just like, well, it just comes to show like about how tough this lobby is, as it turned out, when you come across some quality races, you know, like Truly and Matty and crazy. Well, I got myself into the 56 eventually. It's just, well, a little bit too late. I mean, when you feel the fuel load was just gone down a lot, then therefore that you've literally well felt the difference in terms of how much you could shift the car around, even if you set on a set of new rubbers, which gives you more freedom to go and push even further if you've got the mentality to do it. Two laps to go. Almost there. That person's struggling with tyres. I might be able to sneak one more place in. This has been, ever since I had to give way to the person I made contact with, rest of the time it's been very much a boring race until we get into the last lap. He's struggling. He's struggling. I scared him. Look at him. Struggling like a pig. Starting sea time, man. His palms are sweaty. He's weak arms. He's sweating. He's vomiting already. Oh, you didn't need to give place, mate. Thanks. You didn't need to give way, but thank you. Thank you. Well, it's I'll be set to finish from where I started, unless that there may be some post-race penalties that will be put in place to some drivers for failing to comply with the two-stop strategy rule that's in place. Yeah, the French driver's dropping like flies, unfortunately. Matty wins the race. Well done, Matty. And there's Truly, who's about to come home in second place. Ria Philem for Germany, taking the podium position at his home race. So I started 14th and I finished 14th. So, just what could have been. What could have been. Well done, everyone. What a boring race until the last lap, which we got some fun in the end, but not sure if I'm going to go again after what happened. Thanks, Max. Thanks, Blue Crab. So, lost a bit of DR, so I just want to have a look at the replay, because I don't want to be making a decision until I get to see the replay myself, because it was just the first lap of the chicane was just very unfortunate to see what was happening, but not too boring. Was really hard to compete with them, Blue Crab says. So I didn't get to say apologise. Well, probably we'll have seen the messenger anyway. Got 148 points, so congratulations to. Where did Bilson finish? He finished P9, so that strategy he did looks like it didn't pay off. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at the replay on what happened. Unless he got involved with some contact. But other than that, we'll get a perspective. So 148 points. So not sure if I'm going to go once more, because it's just not how we want to end up like this. But we'll see what happens when we get to look at the replay. So two things that's let me down. One is the qualifying, where I should have gone out early. And two is that I should have just backed up a little bit just to be safe than sorry, which obviously led to a big crash, of course. But let's have a look. So here we are in lap one, of course. So this person was in 10th. At that point, and I was battling with this person here. I was braking just about to brake about what I was normally braking. Then this person just braked hard, and then how much brakeable did this person use? So let's go back at 10. So I lifted and then braked. So he just wanted to be safe than sorry, and what happened all of a sudden, as I was just trying to make a move on the French driver. Yeah, it was like I was going to hit him anyway, but then at the same time, the lad just literally erupted like in a flash. So yeah. Big laugh, of course, and rightly so. I did right to give way. Yeah, and then there was no contact. There was no damage to my car, and there was no penalty dished out to me also. But yeah, there's not a lot I could have done there. But well. Even though I spent a moment to apologise also. So Bilson, obviously, he pitted in just didn't change the tyres. So he wanted to get that mandatory pit stop out of the way. Before rest of the time I'd just been like, oh, and this is where he made those mediums last to 10 laps or something, and that of course he completed his second mandatory pit stop on that occasion. So there's not really much to report from my side other than just so Bilson was obviously on slightly worn tyres than his opponents, whereas his opponents, who pitted on lap 6 or 7 and the second stopper 13 to 14, some they're on lap 12. So I was doing everything right I can to try and be as consistent as possible until eventually I got into the 56 with the low fuel on board. And look how much tyres the Papaya driver was struggling. Like literally no tyres whatsoever. What's he trying to do? Well, I suppose he's just like experimenting to see what happens in the early slot, and then have another go for later on, I would assume. And then he just lifted her just to let me by. Whereas most of us have felt that that we were looking to be very close to one, try to get past that person cleanly, and then all of a sudden Papaya Drive was kind enough to let me by. Look how destroyed this, his left rear tyre was completely destroyed. But he made it to the end. But unfortunately, if it is the case, then you'll probably get dished out a penalty for failing to comply with the number of mandatory pit stops you are required to make. So there we have it. Not a lot to report from my side, but other than just the first lap, where obviously it was at first of it looked like I wasn't going to make it into the apex anyway. Having just braked a little bit later whilst I was fighting with somebody, but then all of a sudden that big lag just literally ruined some people's races. So I do apologise once more. Obviously that at the same time it's one of them things that cannot be helped with, you know, the split second lag spike that's happened in front of you, and then yeah, so it is what it is. So I don't know if you guys want me to have another go at the 7 o'clock slot. Let me know in the chat. I'm not fussed about if I'm going to do another. So I could just try and do better than what I did. You know, because it wouldn't be the first time I've been in this situation where I've had a bad race and then made up for it in the later on in the 2 o'clock, the second slot, should I say. But yeah. So 150 points, but even if I don't get to do the 7 o'clock slot, then obviously next time I'll be live is probably Friday to see how I feel on the occasion, and then of course when we get to the Saturday also, it's going to be a busy Super Saturday as well. Not only with round 4 of the GT World Series Nations Cup that's around the corner. And I'm only going to get that one shot in because I'll be doing a league race later on that evening as well for the British Touring Car Championship. So other than that, that's very much what I got lined up. So, but I'll see how it goes from my side. First things first. So, but yeah, sorry that this race hasn't gone to plan, but. We'll just fight for another time then, if that makes sense. So other than that, we'll just keep going and keep pushing. And yeah, thank you, Blue Crab, thank you. So if anybody's liking the content and what I'm doing, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Other than that, we shall crack on with other things. And who knows, shall I get another shot or not? But we will see. We'll see how it goes from my side. But so whatever you're up to, look after yourself. And for myself, Danny C, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, all. Oh, got a sweaty armpit, look. Well, I literally just like driving the nuts off. I just put some deodorant underneath as well, and then and I'm still like sweating a bit like a pig also whilst driving at some speed also. anyhow, so right, I'm gonna get something to eat, I think, and then get a quick wash, and then I'll be good to go. And have a great one all, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone, and bye bye.